Hey, it's Nikki and welcome to Wine Basics. So we're going to talk about basic flavor profiles of wine and how that works. So what does tannic even mean? What does a full-bodied wine even mean? It probably took me personally like 2 wine courses and reading a few books to be able to explain it in a really straightforward way. So I hope this makes sense to you. Let's dive in. Let's go over these essential words to know. This can be kind of confusing, so let's break down what it is and what it feels like. It's tannic. So tannins are only found in red wines. They come from the seeds, the skin, the stems, which are left on to give the wine its color. So what do tannins feel like? It feels like your mouth dries out. Usually your tongue, sometimes people can even feel it on their cheeks and their gum. It just feels like all the moisture has been sucked out of your mouth. That's a tannic wine. Acidic. It's like eating a lemon, your mouth waters. This is in red and white wines, but white wines are more acidic. Think Riesling, think Sauvignon Blanc. All right, what does dry mean? Now let's not confuse dry with tannic. A lot of white wines are dry. It just means it's fermented until there's little to no sugar left. Let's not confuse this with a red fruit-forward wine, which may give the appearance of sweetness, but it really is dry. All right, finish. How does the wine feel in your mouth after drinking it? How long can you taste it after you swallow the wine? Most whites are going to be pretty short. The long finish wines are going to be the big whites, the big reds. Think of this as drinking skim milk versus drinking whole milk. It's just got that full mouth feeling. And then lastly, vintage, the year the grapes were harvested. That's pretty straightforward, but I just wanted to throw that one on there. All right, so how do these all play together? Let's move on. All right, so here's the big 5. Tannin, body, alcohol, acid, sweetness, or dryness. This is how you would talk about pretty much any wine that you're tasting before you start talking about any of the flavor notes. So let's give examples of how these balance out in different wines. So let's actually start talking about wine. All right, on this chart I have extremes: acid, tannin, body, alcohol, sweetness. High acid wines, your New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, Champagne, Beaujolais. Highly tannic wines, Tempranillo, Sangiovese, Montepulciano. Full-bodied wines, warm climate Chardonnay, Petit Syrah, Malbec. High alcohol wines, Red Zin, your dessert wines, your sherry, your port. Sweet wines, Moscato, White Zin, Riesling, port. So maybe you've noticed now some of these wines are in multiple categories. We've got Riesling, which is sweet, high acid. You've got your dessert wines, which are high alcohol and sweet. Your full-bodied wines, your Cabernet Sauvignon, it's also highly tannic. So we're kind of putting this together, how these flavors work. Let's break it down to specific wines now. We have a lot of very familiar faces here. Odds are one of these wines is probably your favorite. So let's say your favorite is a Pinot Noir. It's a medium body, low to medium tannin, high acid, medium alcohol, higher fruit flavored wine. So let's say you go out to a restaurant, you want to try something new. Well, now you know the profile of the wine that you like. So you can tell the waiter, hi, I'd like a lighter, a medium bodied red today, a little fruit forward, low tannin, please. Do you have any recommendation? Well, now without even talking about a varietal, he can recommend a good wine to you based on that profile. So look over this, see what you normally like, and let's talk about how you could branch out from there. Turning this all into reality, here's a fun little sheet. So if you like Pinot Noir, try a Beaujolais Villages. If you like Pinot Grigio, check out an Albarino. If you like Chardonnay, how about try a Viognier? If you like Cabernet Sauvignon, try a Rioja. If you like Merlot, check out a Grenache. This is just getting you out of your bubble a little bit, trying something new that you might actually really like. That was a lot of information, wasn't it? It was a lot. Yeah, that was probably the first week or 2 of any wine course that you're going to take. So it was a lot of information crammed in there. But I really hope that you got something out of it. I had fun making this video. If you want to learn more, I absolutely recommend these resources. Wine for Normal People podcast, episode 6, top 10 snobby wine terms. And as always, the Wine Folly book, excellent guide. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.